The weird circle. In this cave by the restless sea, we are met to call from out of the past stories, strange and weird. Bellkeeper, toll the bell, so that all may know we are gathered again in the weird circle.
Of a world gone by, speak again the immortal tale, the Feast of Red Gauntlet.
Three men dead, hanging on a gibbet, hanging and swaying, and the gibbet creaking in the wind. It's not a pretty picture that the swinging branches recall tonight. But I never heard their mournful movement without my thoughts gone backwards to the dour years, the terrible times of Sir Robert Red Gauntlet. This countryside will long remember him, for our fathers used to draw breath thick when they heard him named. Steenie Steenson was his tenant. And I and every tenant man in Sir Robert Red Gauntlet's ground had to join the master in his killing raids on the Liberal Whigs. That night, Red Gauntlet hung 3 neighbour men I knew. My heart was like a stone, for I held no ill will against the men myself. And worse luck would have it, I was the last man to leave the frightful scene, for Davy, my old horse, went lame on me. The 3 dead men hung high over my head, the gibbet creaking and swaying as I looked over Davy. When all of a sudden, a stranger rode up through the woods. A lean, gaunt creature he was, in loose, ill-fitting clothes, and his white mare made no sound as she stepped on dry branches. I stood frozen a minute, and then somehow I plucked courage to say, "What are ye, man or spirit?"
"I'm a stranger to you, though I'm not a stranger in these woods. Do you know where you are, Steenie Steenson?"
"Not rightly, sir. We rode and I drank a deal of brandy, for I didn't like the business we're about, and I paid little attention to our direction."
"This is the wood of the dead, Steenie. If you kill in these woods, and you linger long enough for me to find you, then you must give an accounting."
"I'll have you know, sir, I had no part in the hanging of those 3 men there. Rust their souls."
"But your very presence gave consent. Did you protest?"
"I'm a tenant to Red Gauntlet. My fathers and forefathers lived on his land. And it's the unwritten law, sir. We think and do as the Red Gauntlets. But I've no stomach for killing men on account of their opinions, sir."
"Men like you, of weak wills, Steenie Steenson, let the Red Gauntlets of the world rule with bloody hands. But you're in the wood of the dead tonight. And to these 3 men who hang on the gibbet, you must make some restitution."
"Well, sir, and how can I do anything now for dead men?"
"They leave families, Steenie. Young ones and wives. You have a bag of silver hidden in your chimney at home. You must divide it among the 3 widows."
"But how can I do that, man? The money's for my rent. I've little gift for saving, and I'm 2 terms back now for the rent due to Red Gauntlet. There's just the right amount of the bag, and it's all the money I have, sir."
"How you will pay your rent must be your own worry. But you shall not leave these woods tonight alive, unless I know that you mean in your heart to divide that bag of silver among the 3 widows."
"Well, I'm no man to be blind to the corner the wind blows in. I don't know who you are or what you are, stranger. Maybe I'd soon not know. But I can feel you mean every word you say. I'll divide the money among the 3 families, sir."
"Good. We'll meet again, Steenie Steenson. someday. A very good night to you.
And a good night, stranger, to... I started to say it, but the horseman and horse had vanished, fairly melted into the woods before I could finish my words. Not a sound they made, as the white mare stepped with a fine gait on the dead dry twigs. But keep my word I did to the ghostly stranger. The very next morning, I went to the three widows and gave them the money. Now came the problem for the rent. For Sir Robert Redgauntlet was no man to be put off for more than 2 terms, and I was due to pay him that very day. Now, I'd done many a man a favour in the countryside by playing the bagpipes at weddings and all that sort of merriment, and I was what you might call in demand. So I went to the friends my bagpipes had made for me and asked them for the loan of some silver. From about 20 sources, I picked up the money to make the full amount, and away I trots to Redgauntlet's castle with a heavy purse. The old serving man, Dougal McCallum, met me in the great hall. He seemed beside himself with worry as he said,
Steenie, the master is in an evil mood, for he's suffering hard with the gout.
Well, pay the rent of must, gout or no gout. By the way, Dougal, is Sir Robert's pet monkey, what's his name, there with him today?
Aye, the monkey Major Weir sitting like an evil spirit in his little red lace jacket, perched on the master's shoulder.
It's afraid he'd be. I hate that little jackanapes. Well, come, man. I'd like to get this business over.
This way, Steenie. I've never seen the master look so bad. But don't you tell him so.
Come in. Don't be so slow about it. What are you, snails crawling in? Shut, you jackanapes. I'll give you the back of my hand. Dougal, take the monk off my shoulder.
Aye, sire. The major's full of chatter today. Come, monk. Honey, sit down like a good little beast on your pillow. Sir Robert, Steenie Steenson's come to pay his rent.
Yes, Sir Robert. Here I am, man.
I see you, man. I see you. Are you come light-handed, you son of a thistle?
No, Sir Robert. The rent for 2 terms is right here in the bag.
Well, I'm surprised to get it all at once. This blasted gout is enough to drive a man to make a pact with the devil himself.
Oh, don't say things like that, Sir Robert. The evil one might hold you to it.
You hypocrite, Steenie. You know as well as I do that everyone believes I've already made a pact with the devil. And everyone's sure of where I'm going when I die.
I never listen to gossip, Sir Robert. Now, if you'll count the silver and give me the receipt, I'd best be going.
All right, Steenie. Dougal, take Steenie to the hall and give him a cup of brandy while I count the silver and make out the receipt.
Come along, Steenie, with some right fine brandy just down from Edinburgh.
I'm never a man, Dougal, to refuse a sample.
Oh, my face. This old blasted gout. Dougal!
Aye?
Bring me a bowl of cold water.
The master is having an attack
you
again.
idiot! Oh, my heart. My heart.
What's the matter? What can I do, Dougal? Is the master worse?
Steenie, run, man. Get on your horse and fly for the doctor.
I'll do that. Sir Robert looks bad to me. Out of Redgauntlet's castle, I rode as fast as I could, and rode hard to bring Dr. McKenzie. I felt in my bones this was no light illness of Redgauntlet's. The doctor and I were soon back in the castle, and as we opened the door, I thought how uncommonly quiet it was. Then old Hutchin, the butler, come toward us.
You're too late, Steenie, with the doctor.
Steenie and I rode as fast as we could.
What happened, man?
The worst. Sir Robert Redgauntlet is dead.
Heaven keep us so.
Well. That's sad news, Hutchin. Of course, I'll have to confirm the death and make out the proper papers.
Yes, sir, I know. This way, please, sir.
I tiptoed out and left that place of death, for I knew I'd only be in the way. And so deep was I in the thoughts of Redgauntlet's end that I was a fair way home when of a sudden I remembered. Hadn't I left the silver for the rent there and never got a receipt? But then I considered old Dougal was a witness to the fact that I'd brought the money, and in due time it would all be put to rights. And so the matter would have been, had not the uncanniest bad luck happened the night before Redgauntlet's funeral. That night, old Dougal invited Hutchins to his room for a round of drinks before they went to bed. Hutchins told me more than once about that strange night. Hardly was he seated in the room when Dougal said,
Hutchin, we've both served the dead master a long, long time.
Aye.
And though Red Gauntlet may have used an iron hand to others, he was good to us. Well, here's long life to you, Dougal.
Thank ye, Hutchin. But I know I'm not long for this world.
Oh, come now. Don't let the Master's death make you morbid.
It's not that I'm morbid, but you know the Master and I were more like two brothers. I've followed Sir Robert through good and ill, through pool and stream. I've followed with a blind devotion. And though the Master goes to the evil place, I too would have to follow. And I think it won't be long.
Man, get hold of yourself. I'll begin to think Sir Robert's death has turned your reason.
You're sure to think that when you hear what I have to tell you. As you know, Red Gauntlet lies in state in his own room, and I've been sleeping as usual in the room which adjoins his. If you remember, Sir Robert used to blow on his small silver whistle for me to come and turn him over in his bed. Well, Hutchin, as true as I'm alive this minute, every night since Red Gauntlet's death, I've heard that whistle. I've heard that silver whistle blow in the night.
Dougal, you make my hair stand on end. Man, you must have dreamed such a thing.
I did not dream it. I heard the silver whistle, and so frozen was I with terror that I did not stir. But in the daytime my conscience hurt me, for I can't let even death break my service to Sir Robert. Listen, there it is. Red Gauntlet's silver whistle.
The Lord keep our souls. It's an awful sound.
I've got to go, Hutchin. I've got to answer Red Gauntlet's call, just as I used to.
But, man, you cannot be turning a corpse over in its bed.
I've got to go. Stand by me, Hutchin. At least, go with me to Red Gauntlet's door.
I have no will for such doings, but I can't fail you in a pinch like this.
Come, then. The Master is impatient.
Never did this hall seem so long, Dougal. Aren't we two addle-headed old men to be answering a silver whistle blown by a dead man? And on second thoughts, Dougal, maybe we only imagined we heard the whistle.
We did not dream it, Hutchin. Oh, well, we're near to the Master's bedroom now. I dread opening the door.
Aye, the light of the candles might reveal to us more than we want to see.
But open the door we must.
Dougal, look. The dead Master lies just as we left him. Dead and quiet.
But, Hutchin, look. Look on the foot of the bed. It's the foul fiend himself, the evil one.
So shocked were Dougal and Hutchin by the sight of the evil one sitting there at the foot of Red Gauntlet's bed that they fainted dead away. Finally, when Hutchin came out of the faint and gathered his wits about him, he found old Dougal lying in a heap dead. Dougal had joined Red Gauntlet in the last long journey. Now, when I heard about Dougal's death, I felt sad indeed, but I'm afraid I felt more pity for myself than anyone, for Dougal was the only witness to the silver I'd left for the 2 terms of rent. Now, Sir Robert Red Gauntlet's son, Sir John, had come up from London for the funeral and to put things to right. In due time, he called me to come to see him, for I knew for certain he would. I stood before him in the great hall, and Sir John said,
Steenie Stevenson, you're down here for 2 terms' rent. That's a whole year.
Please, Your Honor, Sir John, I paid it to your father.
Oh, you got a receipt then, doubtless, Steenie, and can produce it?
Indeed, I hadn't time, sir. For no sooner had I set down the silver, and Sir Robert was drawing the bag to him, when he was taken with the pains that took him out of this world.
Oh, that's very unlucky. But perhaps you paid it in the presence of somebody.
Aye, Sir John. There was nobody in the room but Dougal McCallan, and as Your Honor knows, he soon followed the dead master.
Very unlucky again, Steenie. It's very strange to me that no one has told me that a bag of silver was found on the table after my father died.
Perhaps the butler Hutchin knows something about it, sir.
All right, I'll see what he has to say. Hutchin! Hutchin!
Yes, Sir John?
Hutchin, I wonder that I was never told about a bag of silver left by Steenie Stevenson the day my father died. It should have been found on this very table by which my father had been sitting.
But we found no bag of silver, sir. I came running at once when the master cried out.
And it was I who put the room to rights after we'd carried out the body.
But it did leave the money right there on the table.
Well, Hudson, there's only one thing to do. Call all the servants together and question them. And if I can find no proof that the bag of silver was stolen, what story then are you going to tell me, Steenie? Where will you suggest we look for the money?
In the evil place, if you want my opinion, sir. In the evil place with your father and his silver whistle. I paid the money for the whole year's rent, and there's an end of it.
Oh, no, it's not. You will produce the rent or the receipt for the rent by this time tomorrow, or I shall have you put in chains. Now get out.
I rode away from the castle fairly seeing red. Here I was, the same Steenie Steenson who only a few weeks before had been the most popular piper in the countryside, the toast of every feast and frolic. And now of a sudden, men would be calling me names, a thief, a cheat, and worse. I rode on, little caring where my horse Davy led me. Finally, I realized I was in a thick patch of wood. And I noticed of a sudden that beside me was riding a stranger, the lean, gaunt man in ill-fitting clothes, on a white mare. A white mare that made no sound as she stepped on dry branches. Just as the night of the hanging, I said, "What are ye, man or spirit?"
I'm your friend, Steenie. I've come to help you.
Unless you can lend me money, there's no other help you can give me in this world.
But there may be some help in another world. Now, I can tell you this. Sir Robert Red Gauntlet is disturbed in his grave by your curses and black thoughts of him. And if you will venture to see him, he will give you the receipt.
Stranger, I've the courage to go to the very gates of the evil place, and a step further for that matter, for that receipt.
All right then, Steenie. Turn sharply to the left. Make your horse wind in and out of that thick settlement of black fur. Here we are.
But I can't believe my own eyes, sir. We're in the courtyard of Red Gauntlet's castle. Why, the estate is miles away from this place.
Yours is not the question, Steenie. Go to the castle door. Dougal will let you in.
Dougal? Why, the man's as dead as a mackerel. What place am I in, sir?
Courage, Steenie. Remember, you must get that receipt. Go to the door.
Yes, sir. Go I will. For it'll soon be dead myself as to be in the fix I'm in. Well, Davy, me good horse, goodbye. If I don't come back, you'll know I've gone to... Heavenly days. There's Dougal standing there waiting at the door for me. Dougal, man. I never thought to see you alive again.
I'm not alive, Steenie.
Aye?
Now listen carefully. When you're inside Red Gauntlet's castle, take nothing from anybody there, neither meat or drink or silver, for they will bind you to that unholy party. Take nothing except that receipt which is your own. Come.
Oh, Dougal, what a ghastly scene of revellers. There's the fierce Middleton, and the dissolute Ross, and the crafty Lauderdale, and the wild Bunshaw, and all the other wicked ones I've known and played the bagpipes for at feast. And every one of them dead now. And yet I see them laughing and reveling there.
But take note, Steenie, in death as in life, it's my master, Sir Robert Red Gauntlet, who has the place of honor at the feast.
Look, friends, it's Steenie Steenson. Look who's come to visit us. Come close, Steenie. And come close.
Yes, sir. How's your health, Sir Robert?
Did you hear that, man? How's my health? Why, Steenie, it's as bad as could be expected.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. But where's Major, your monkey? It seems strange to see you without your pet, sir.
Here is a little cushion ready for the monk. And before nightfall tomorrow, the little ape will be with me. Well, let's get to business. You've come here for that receipt for your year's rent, haven't you, Steenie?
Yes, sir, and if you'll kindly give it to me, I'll go.
Oh, but first you must play me a tune of the bagpipes. Dougal, you name of Beelzebub. Bring Steenie the pipes I've been keeping for him.
Robert, Sir Robert, this scene and your awesome presence have fairly taken my breath away. I fear I have none left to play the pipes, sir.
Then you must eat and drink, Steenie, for we do little else here. And it's likely to be ill speaking between a full man and a fasting one.
I've not come to eat or drink, sir, but simply for what's my own. Give me that receipt.
All right, you pitiful cur. I'll write it here and now. Dougal, bring me the quill.
I have everything ready, sir. Here.
This 25th of November, from my appointed place, I, Sir Robert Red Gauntlet, do assert that Steenie Steenson paid me in silver 1 year's rent. Here, Steenie's your receipt.
Thank you, sir.
And tell my rogue of a son to go look for the bag of silver in the cat's cradle.
And the cat's cradle, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
No, not so fast, my man. I am not done with you. Here we do nothing for nothing. On a year this very day, you must return and play the pipes for me. That will be your payment and my pleasure.
I dinna care a rap for your pleasure, sir. I refer myself only to the good Lord. At the mention of the holy name, it seemed to me that the whole earth shook, and I lost both breath and scent. When it came to it, was early morning. I was in the woods, a full 5 miles from home, and Davy, my horse, was feeding nearby. And then I laughed, and I thought what a nightmare of a dream I had. But then I realized I was holding something tight in my hands. And I looked, and I found I held the receipt for the rent, signed by Sir Robert Red Gauntlet. With my mind fairly in a daze, I rode at once to the castle and demanded to see Sir John. Looking like a fresh thunderstorm, Sir John greeted me with sour words.
If you have come as excuse to save your breath, Steenie, have you brought me the rent?
No, sir, I have not, but I brought Sir Robert's receipt for it.
But you told me only yesterday that he had not given you one.
Will Your Honor please look at this bit of writing?
All right. Looks like my father's hand, I must say. This 25th of November, from my appointed place. But the 25th of November was yesterday. If you got this receipt, Steenie, you must have gone to Hades for it.
I got it from your Honor's father, sir. Whether he be in heaven or someplace else, I don't know. And besides, Sir Robert sent a message to you. He said you were to look for the bag of silver at the cat's cradle.
I'm beginning to think you're either mad or a sorcerer. And I hope you recall it was only a month ago in the village when a sorcerer was burned at the stake.
I admit I've a long, strange tale to tell, sir, but you'll only believe it if we do find that bag of silver in the cat's cradle.
Oh, I never heard such childish nonsense. I don't know any place around here by that name.
Please, sir, ask old Hutchin. He knows things about the castle that everybody else has forgot.
All right.
You rang, sir?
Hutchin, do you know a place about the castle called the Cat's Cradle?
Oh, yes, sir. It's a ruinous turret long out of use, next to the clock house. One can only get to it by a ladder, for the opening's on the outside. It's many long years since I've heard anyone inquire about the Cat's Cradle.
Thank you, Hutchin. Come along, Steenie. We'll go to the Cat's Cradle and see what we find. Just in case I need it, I think I'll take this pistol. That was my father's.
For what purpose, sir?
It has silver bullets. And they say that silver bullets are the only kind effective against mad men and sorcerers. Come, Steenie.
Yes, sir.
I hope for your sake I find something up here, Steenie. What could that be?
Oh, Sir John, that's your father's silver whistle. Come down, sir. Come down. I'm afraid you'll see there, sir.
Nonsense. I'll find out for myself.
There's Red Gauntlet's pet monkey, Major Weir.
Look, Steenie. It's the monkey that's blowing the whistle.
Be careful, Sir John. That monk can be mean, awful mean, sir.
Oh, I can take care of myself. Give me that whistle, you little ape.
Watch out, the monk will stretch your eyes out.
Get away from me! You devil, get away! Get away! Huh?
Can you see inside the turret now?
Too bad I had to shoot him. Yes, now I found the bag of silver, Steenie. Here, catch it.
A little thief of an ape. He stole the bag and hid it there.
Now, watch out. I'm coming down. That turret's full of the junk the monkey stole. I'll have Hutchin clean it out.
Well, Sir John, I guess you'll have to believe I'm not a liar now.
Yes, we've solved the mystery of the missing bag of silver. And perhaps another mystery. I believe it's the monkey that blew the silver whistle those nights. Dougal thought it was my dead father. But we haven't solved the mystery of the receipt, Steenie.
But I did talk to your father last night, and he gave me that receipt. For proof, didn't I deliver your father's message to go look at the cat's cradle for the bag of silver?
Yes, Steenie, and I'm very worried. If this story gets out, you know what the villagers will say. That you must have strange powers. That you must be a sorcerer.
I know, Sir John. And I was also thinking. It wouldn't be to your credit or your good family's name for the story to get about where your father's gone. But I swear it wasn't in heaven that I found myself last night.
Ah, I see what you mean, Steenie. Well, shall we agree to keep the secret just between us?
Aye, Sir John, we'll keep it. Maybe we can tell it someday to our grandchildren, for they'll think they're so modern they won't believe the story anyway.
From the time-worn pages of the past, we have brought you the story, The Feast of Red Gauntlet. Bellkeeper, toll the bell.
From the time-worn pages of the past, we have heard another immortal tale in The Weird Circle. Bellkeeper, toll the bell. Be here in this lonely cave by the restless sea once again next time for another immortal tale in The Weird Circle. The Weird Circle. In this cave by the restless sea, we are met to call from out of the past stories, strange and weird. Bellkeeper, toll the bell, so that all may know we are gathered again in the Weird Circle.
We are met in this cave by the restless sea to reveal the horror in man's mind. Listen to the Weird Circle. Out of the past, phantoms of a world gone by speak again the immortal tale, the murder of the little pig.
Down, Coquette. Down, I say. Now go to your corner. Welcome in, Monsieur Lahan. This is a surprise.
Excuse my dropping in like this, Monsieur Lecoq, but I must see you.
Well, yes, of course.
It's a pretty tough customer you got there.
Coquette? Oh, she's only bluffing. Please make yourself comfortable. Now, Coquette, stay in your corner.
Coquette? Isn't that the dog that was the principal witness in your last case?
Yes, and if she only could have talked, I would have not had such a difficult time. But you've come to see me about something, my friend. What is it?
Well, you know, Lecoq, I've been plaguing you for years to let me write up some of your interesting criminal cases. You know, are probably the most popular citizen of Paris.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, you are. Certainly the greatest detective of our time. Why, people weigh your least word. Just imagine how they devour one of your stories, fictionized.
But...
Now, you aren't putting me off any longer. My paper says get Lecoq's stories or get out. You don't want to see me lose my job.
Oh, hardly. All right, my young friend Lehan. You bearded me at last in my own den. But I've known a lifetime of crime. Where would I begin?
Well, what about your last case, which involved the dog, Coquette?
Indeed, why not? That was a baffling mystery. It had a strange, unearthly element, which has never been explained. And it centered around a very pretty woman.
Well, it sounds made to order. And, by the way, how did you happen to acquire the dog?
Well, that's part of the story. We'll come to that. Now, let me think a bit about this story. Maybe I should refer to my notes. It's file number 23. Yes, and here it is. The murder of the little pig.
Well, does one murder pigs?
This kind, monsieur. You know how Parisians are. They're forever giving names to people whose appearance or personality reminds them of animals. In French criminal history, we've had the wolf, the fox, the rabbit, the leopard.
That's true.
And the little hairdresser, Henri Coudray, was called the little pig. Well, it was past midnight when I received word to hurry to the Rue Batignolles. That murder had been done. When I arrived, the police commissioner took me to the scene of the crime. And there on the bedroom floor, the body lay in the position in which it had fallen.
Well, there's little for you to do in this case, Lecoq. Old Henri Coudray, called the Little Pig, has been stabbed to death. And we know who the murderer is.
Oh, well, that's pretty fast work, isn't it? Or was the murderer caught in the act?
No, the murdered man himself enlightened us. Look. Look there on the floor beside the body.
Say, that's a name written in blood on the parquet floor. It's a gruesome sight, isn't it? What is the word? It's M-O-N-I-S.
Monish, the first half of the name Monistro, nephew of the murdered man. The little pig died before he could finish the name, but he gave us enough. You see, Jean Monistro is the sole heir to Coudray's large fortune. What a cinch of a case.
You think the old man started to write the name of his murderer in his own blood?
What else is there to think?
Well, I don't know. Have you noticed the expression on the face of the corpse? Death must have been instantaneous because Coudray died calm and smiling. His assailant must have been known to him.
Of course Coudray knew his own nephew.
Yeah, but only a hope of revenge could have given so much energy to a dying old man. Imagine how desperately he would struggle to write the name. Why, every split second would count. He knew his life was expiring. And have you noticed something else, Commissioner? The name is written on the right side of the body.
And written with the forefinger of the right hand. Oh, come now, Lecoq. This is a simple case. Don't try to make something complicated out of you. I'll convince you. I want you to hear the testimony of the caretaker. Well, Jacques. Jacques, come in here a minute.
Yes, monsieur.
Now, will you tell Monsieur Lecoq what happened last evening?
Oh, yes, monsieur. Gladly. It was about 9 o'clock when the little pig's nephew, Jean Monistro, came to see his uncle.
Mm-hmm. Did you see Monistro face to face?
Well, no, monsieur. You see, my apartment is on the first floor.
Yeah.
And John had already started to walk up the stairs when I looked out of my door.
Oh, so then you only saw the man's back?
Well, yes, monsieur. But he had on a suit I had seen Jean wear time and time again. If I did not see his face, I did see his little black dog, Coquette.
Our chief witness, Lecoq, is the little black dog. For it was he who witnessed the murder.
But tell me, Jacques, exactly what happened.
Well, monsieur, nothing really happened. I saw Jean going upstairs and the dog Coquette tagging along behind.
Mm-hmm.
That was at 9 o'clock. And then at about 9:30... I'm a great one to look at my watch, monsieur. At 9:30... I heard the entrance door open, and I saw Jean Monistro leave the building with the dog.
Commissioner, what time do you fix the murder?
Between 9:15 and 9:30.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jacques, did you see Jean Monistro's face as he left the house?
Well, no, monsieur. I only saw his back. But I would swear it was Jean, all right.
There's no doubt it was Jean Monistro who killed his uncle to get his inheritance. I've ordered my men to arrest Monistro.
Yes. Commissioner, have you observed that the night table is on the left side of the bed? And there's a newspaper dropped to the left of that chair. And an empty wine glass on the left of the desk.
Oh, go home and go to bed, Lecoq. I'm not going to let you make a mystery out of this plain, simple case.
I know, but I can't reconcile the peaceful, smiling expression on the face of the corpse with that writing on the floor in blood. I feel in my bones that Jean Ministro is innocent.
Yeah, come in.
Commissioner, we've arrested Jean Ministro.
Have any trouble with him?
No, monsieur. Ministro has confessed to the crime.
Well, I left the scene of the crime with my opinion unchanged. Though indeed my face should have been red, what with my innocent Jean confessing. And the first witnesses I examined only strengthened the state's case to establish his guilt.
Really?
Yes. I talked first to Marie, wife of Jacques, the caretaker. Marie, I believe, was an habitual eavesdropper. In any case, 3 days before the murder, Jean and his wife Clara called on the little pig Coudray, and listening in the hall, Marie overheard the uncle say...
So you visit your old uncle in the middle of the week, huh? Never heard of such a thing. Now, don't tell me you're getting so fond of me that you can't wait until your usual Sunday visit.
We've come to see you about something special, dear Uncle Henri.
Not that we don't want to see you at any time.
Well, you don't say. If you'd ever expressed yourselves in such affectionate terms before, you must want something. Well, out with it. Out with it. My friends are waiting for me at the cafe for my usual glass of wine and game of cards. I can't keep them waiting all night.
Well, you see, Uncle, business is not going very well with me.
How can you run a jewelry business, Uncle, without plenty of stock? Jean simply can't design and make decent pieces.
Yes, I don't have enough stock on hand, not enough variety in jewels, and not enough general equipment. And now I have a chance to buy a jeweler's stock at the Palais Royal for 100,000 francs.
100,000 francs?
Yes.
That's a very great deal of money, Jean. Took me many years to save that much money.
But you wouldn't miss it, Uncle, and it'll put Jean on his feet.
On his feet? Or on his head? I'm not really concerned where Jean finds himself, my dear Clara. After my death, you two may throw away my money as you see fit. But until death closes these eyes, I intend to keep my money and enjoy it. Yes, all of it.
No wonder you're called the little pig.
Clara, hold your temper.
Why should I? At last I'm going to tell him what I really think of him.
You were even more beautiful, Madame Clara, when you were angry. But you should watch your words. I just might take it into my head to leave all my lovely money to a foundation for stray cats.
I don't care what you do with it. The money will do us no good when we're too old to enjoy it. We need 100,000 francs now. Now!
Oh, come, Clara. It's no use.
Jean is wise, Clara. I couldn't even part with the 100,000 francs I've worked so hard to earn.
Worked so hard to earn. All Paris knows how you earned your fortune. The rich, silly women whose hair you dressed talked too much, didn't they? I told you enough so that you could find out more. And you blackmailed them one after the other. You blackmailed them.
Oh, Uncle, don't pay any attention to Clara. If you know how impulsive she is. She doesn't know what she's saying.
I'm too old to hold grudges. Well, come now. My friends at the cafe are waiting. Good night, children. Good night. Watch the stairs. The hall is dark.
Pig. You little pig. Oh, Marie. You nearly tripped me. What are you doing out here in the hall?
Oh, merely cleaning up, madame.
This time of night. What do you take me for? Well, I'm glad you know now what kind of a man dear Uncle Henri is.
Come along, Clara. You've said enough.
Marie, when you bring up Uncle's cafe au lait in the morning, put a little arsenic in it for me, will you?
Oh, madame, how you talk.
Well, I hate the little pig. I'd kill him if I could.
Come, Clara, come. You shouldn't say such things.
Well, Marie's story made my theory of Jean's innocence seem very weak indeed.
Oh, I should think so.
Still, I insisted that when Jean left his uncle's house that night, he was not as yet a man driven to murder. Why, Jean wasn't even angry. He was not temperamentally the type to murder in cold blood.
I see.
But early in the morning after the murder, a surprise witness brought the guillotine even nearer to Jean Ministro. A well-dressed matron, Madame Dupont, told us this story. On the day previous, at some 10 hours or so before the crime, Madame Dupont went to Jean Ministro's shop in the Rue Vivienne.
Good morning, Madame Dupont.
Good morning, Monsieur Ministro. I am returning the bracelet.
Oh, is there anything wrong? I thought I had repaired it very skillfully.
This is not the bracelet I brought to you, monsieur. You have substituted paste for my genuine stones.
Oh, I've done no such thing.
I'll let you look at them through my glass. But I see you're right. Well, these are substitutes. Oh, I swear to you, madame, I don't know how it happened. I don't know what to say.
Perhaps your wife will know what to say.
What do you mean by that, madame?
Your wife was in the shop yesterday when I called for the bracelet. I thought she acted very strangely. She avoided looking at me and was eager for me to leave. She is not a good thief, monsieur.
But I can't believe that Clara would do such a thing.
Well, if you didn't remove the stones, monsieur, who else except your wife had the opportunity?
No one. Clara knows the work well enough to make the substitutions herself.
Ah.
Oh, I see it all. Poor Clara's been worried half sick. We need money, and my uncle refused to help us. Clara did this thing for me.
You love your wife very much, don't you, monsieur?
Oh, yes, very much, madame. I swear I'll get the jewels back for you. Please don't go to the police.
Why do you think I've come to you, monsieur? I could have gone at once to the police. But I am a sentimental woman, and I have eyes in my head. One doesn't often see a man so much in love with his wife.
Oh, then you will promise to wait a little? I'll get the jewels back for you.
But what if she's already sold them? What if she spent the money? Can you buy such valuable jewels?
Don't worry, madame. I'll get the money. I'll get it somehow.
And so you see, Lahan, Madame Dupont furnished the state with the strongest possible motive in the case against Jean Ministro.
Yes, I see.
But doubt as to his guilt persistently tugged at my mind. It was still early morning, and Jean had not been examined since his confession on the previous night. I wanted to get to him before he became exhausted and confused with the questions of others. I found Jean sullen in his cell and unwilling to talk.
I have nothing to say, monsieur. I've confessed. What more do you want?
But why did you confess, Jean?
That's a queer question. I guess the answer is I'm a man who doesn't know how to hold out. Hadn't gotten away with a murder, I think...
Jean, where did you buy the revolver you used?
I had it in my possession a long time. Years, I guess.
What did you do with it after you killed your uncle?
I threw it into the Seine.
Your little black dog, Coquette, misses you, Jean. She won't eat.
I wish I could have her here with me. She was a one-man dog. Coquette followed me everywhere. Please go now, monsieur. I've no more to say to you.
I left Jean now convinced that he was innocent. But where in all Paris would I find the guilty one? I decided next to go to the Rue Vivienne and call on Madame Clara.
What can I do for you, monsieur? No one is here. I mean to say, poor monsieur is away, and madame is just leaving.
Well, who are you, young woman?
Sybil, madame's maid. Now, if you wish to leave an order, or if you wish to buy anything...
I'm not here to buy, mademoiselle. I am Lecoq of the police department.
Oh.
I must speak to Madame Ministro.
Oh, my goodness, monsieur. Right away. Madame.
I'm right here, Sybil. I heard what the gentleman said. Down, Coquette. Go back. Go back in the room. Take him with you.
Come along, Coquette. Like a good dog.
Well, you have a very good watchdog, madame.
Jewelers keep good watchdogs, monsieur.
Does your dog never make up to strangers?
No, never. Coquette really only likes my husband. Why are you here? I heard you say you're from the police department.
Yes. Here is my identification.
I see. Well, perhaps you know I've received a summons to appear at court this afternoon for examination. I must leave in a few moments.
Yes, I know, but I wanted to speak to you before you left.
Oh?
Do you think your husband is innocent, madame?
I'm sure of it. Jean couldn't kill a fly.
So it has seemed to me. Jean is not the type to kill even a fly. But you know that your husband has confessed.
I'm sure that Jean is convinced that I killed his uncle. He knew how I hated Uncle Henri. And then I did something foolish, monsieur.
Oh?
We needed money, and I borrowed some jewels. I believe that Jean found it out. But he didn't know that I still have the jewels, and I'm going to give them back to Madame Dupont. I'm sure he thought I was desperate, that I'd sold the jewels, spent the money, and then got frightened and killed his uncle, whom I hated, so that we could get the inheritance.
You have your husband's reasoning pretty well figured out, haven't you, madame?
Oh, but I know Jean so well.
Did you kill his uncle?
No, monsieur. And I have 3 witnesses that I was home that night. It was hot, and I asked 3 neighbor ladies in to have ice cream with me. They were here from 9 o'clock till after 10.
Well, if you have 3 witnesses, you have indeed a perfect alibi. But where was your husband at that time?
Well, it's quite unfortunate, but Jean went to see a workman about making some artificial pearls.
Oh.
Everything was unlucky that night for Jean. The workman wasn't at home. And I haven't been able to find anyone who saw Jean all evening.
What time did he leave the house?
About 8:30. And he came home about 10:30. I know what you're thinking. Jean was away at exactly the right time for him to have gone to his uncle's apartment and killed him and returned. But I know Jean's innocent. I know it.
Where was the dog during the evening?
Coquette? It's a funny question. Well, I didn't notice where the dog went. Still, I believe Coquette followed her master. Yes, I'm sure she must have followed Jean.
Lahand, Madame Clara was from first to last a mystery to me. When I left the shop, I decided to question Madame Clara's neighbors and find out what they thought of her. They talked readily.
A pretty woman, but extravagant.
Madame Clara has admirers, lots of admirers.
I don't know anything about her. Madame is discreet.
She drove her husband to the crime, that's what I think. Yes, she had lots of admirers, but who can say one thing wrong about her?
And while talking to Madame Clara's neighbors, the idea came to me, which I was sure would put me on the trail I was seeking.
Well, what was that?
I had already seen Madame leave the house, so I knew I could find the maid, Sybil, alone when I returned to the shop.
Oh, Monsieur, Madame has left.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Madame gave me the name of a friend of hers, and I've lost the card it was written on. Now, a bright girl like you wouldn't be so careless, would you, Sybil?
Oh, Monsieur, you have a good memory. You remembered my name.
Well, I couldn't easily forget. The name goes with such a pretty face.
Oh, Monsieur, now you joke with me.
No, Sybil, I'm entirely sincere before such youthful charm.
Oh.
And I can see how bright you are, too. I'll bet you can tell me the name of that gentleman. You know, he's the only man beside Monsieur Monistro himself, the only other person the dog Coquette would follow.
Oh, you mean Monsieur Victor?
Exactly, Victor. How silly of me to forget such a simple name. And his address was... Oh, let me think.
Oh, Rue Doré, number 23. It's not far from here.
Yes, of course. It's hard to account for the affections of animals, isn't it? Now, Coquette is unfriendly to everyone, so I'm told, to everyone outside the immediate family, and yet she's so friendly with Monsieur Victor that she would actually follow him.
Oh, well, you see, Monsieur Victor used to own Coquette, but he gave her as a present to Madame and Monsieur Ministro because they needed a watchdog. Oh, but Coquette still loves her former master. She often visits him.
Well, that's a quaint habit, isn't it? But I suppose the Ministros must lock up the dog so she doesn't go off visiting at night.
No, they don't bother to lock her up if they're staying home.
No?
Coquette often runs over to Monsieur Victor's after supper, around 7, and doesn't come back before 10. That is, if she can get out. Now, this week, Coquette's been a regular gadabout. She's been over to Monsieur Victor's every single night.
I knew before I was out of the Rue Vivienne the course of action I would take. It was bold, but it would save weeks of investigation. As you know, Lahand, it's in my character to take risks, and when I'm near the solution of a case, I'm inclined to be dramatic.
Yes, I know.
And especially in a case like this, where the evidence is purely circumstantial. Well, it took 3 days to study the house and the habits of Monsieur Victor, and to make other careful preparations. But it was an uncanny and strange circumstance that finally turned the case. On the 4th night, according to plan, Monsieur Victor was kept out very late. When he reached his apartment, he went to bed promptly and then to sleep very quickly, for he had been drinking a great deal of wine. But presently, Monsieur Victor was awakened by a voice, by an unforgettable voice.
Monsieur Victor, wake up. Wake up, Monsieur Victor.
Who are you?
You know who I am well enough. I am Andre Coudray, the old man you murdered.
Go away. Go away, little pig. Leave me in peace. Why do you come every night like this? Why do you stand there and look at me like that with that ghastly smile and the cut in your throat? Go away, go away.
No, monsieur. It's no good hiding your head. I will come back and come back until I have driven you out of your mind.
But what do you want? What do you want?
Why did you kill me? Any man has a right to know why he was killed.
If I tell you, will you go away? Will you promise never to come back?
Yes, I promise. Now, tell me, and I will stay quite silently dead.
All right. All right, I'll tell you. I love Clara. I dressed like Jean, took the dog Coquette to your house and killed you. And now Jean will go to the guillotine. Clara will inherit your money, and in time we shall be married. I killed 3 birds with 1 stone. Got rid of you, and Jean and Clara will have your money.
Very clever, Monsieur Victor. And you wrote part of Jean's last name in my blood on the floor, didn't you?
Yes, that finished it. Now go back. Go back to your grave and stay there.
All right, men, grab him.
Oh.
You're under arrest, Louis Victor.
No.
Danton, turn up the light.
No use
I got him.
What is this?
Take that gun away from me.
All right, now he's handcuffed.
Well, Danton, that was a very good performance.
Well, thank you, Lecoq. It was a pleasure.
Who is that man? He's the image of André Coudray.
This is Philippe Danton from the Comédie Française.
How do you
Very
do?
good actor.
How do you do?
Well rehearsed and perfectly made up. You know, I'm almost ashamed to work this ancient trick, having an actor pretend to be a ghost. But it did work.
Oh, don't boast, Monsieur Lecoq. You had little to do with the success of your trick. The little pig André Coudray made your trick work.
Are you trying to tell me that a dead man helped us?
I believe he did.
What?
For the last 3 nights, I've dreamt a vivid dream, the same dream each night. I dreamt that André Coudray stood at the foot of my bed exactly as I saw this actor. Coudray did not speak in my dream, but when I heard his voice tonight, I was not surprised. I believe my dream had come true, that the apparition was really there, and that André Coudray wanted to know why I'd killed him, that if I told him, he would go and leave me in peace.
What? Are you really telling me the truth, that you actually dreamed of seeing Henri Coudray as you saw the actor Danton tonight?
Oh, what reason do I have to lie? You've got my confession now. It was not you, but the little pig André Coudray who trapped me.
And so, Monsieur Lehane, that is my file number 23. Do you think it will give you a good story?
Good story? It's amazing. Oh, by the way, you haven't told me how you came by the dog, Coquette.
Oh. Coquette, come here. You may leave your corner now. Come here, girl. Jean Ministre was so grateful to me for releasing him from facing the guillotine that he insisted on giving me his dearest possession, Coquette. She's a fine little dog.
Yes. You know, I'm afraid I'd make a poor detective. I lost sight of some of your clues. Now, what made you so sure that Jean Ministro was innocent?
Well, sometimes the things that are not seen are near enough to put the eyes out.
Yeah?
You remember how I had observed that the night table, water, wine glass, and so on were all at the left side for convenience? But the letters we found on the floor, M-O-N-I-S, were at the right of the body, written with the right hand. Well, I later confirmed my first impression that Coudray was left-handed. And besides, the police commissioner had greeted me with the information that Coudray had been stabbed. But later, I asked Jean in his cell what he had done with the revolver, and he answered that he had thrown it into the river Seine.
Well, I suppose Clara was convicted as Victor's accomplice, wasn't she?
No, we suspected her, but suspicions are not proof. She denied knowing of Victor's affection for her, and we could get absolutely nothing against her. But always I have wondered, was Clara merely a clever, discreet woman and a good actress? Was she Victor's accomplice? What do you think?
From the time-worn pages of the past, we have brought you the story, The Murder of the Little Pig. Bellkeeper, toll the bell.
From the time-worn pages of the past, we have heard another immortal tale in The Weird Circle. Bellkeeper, toll the bell. Be here in this lonely cave by the restless sea once again next time for another immortal tale in The Weird Circle.